Good morning, friends, and happy Monday. Today is Monday as I'm recording this. And so that means that we've got a bunch of stuff that we need to do to prepare for the week because this weekend was incredibly busy, so did not do any prepping over the weekend as normal people would. Which is okay because the stores are a little less busy on Mondays when everyone's back to work and whatnot. However, I did plan ahead a little bit, and last night at about 10 o'clock I put in 3 different pickup orders. So we are going to go to 3 different places, get the things that we need. We're going to BJ's, Walmart, and Hannaford here in Maine. Those are our stores, similar to a Costco, Safeway, things like that. So let's go pick up our orders and get back home. I'm going to show you what we got at each store, give you the prices, and then we need to meal plan. Yeah, doing it a little bit backwards, but it'll work because I get things that we eat all the time and get, ingredients and things that can be manipulated into delicious meals. So, and then we'll see if we'll get to organizing our pantry today. We'll see if we get there. Okay. That might be a nap time thing. All right, let's go. By the way, hi, I'm Katie for the Love of Leftovers. Thanks for joining me here. I'm a mom of 6 here in the great state of Maine, and we do homestead-ish things and eating frugally and trying to live within our means as best we can as a large family. Okay, if you like that kind of thing, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know where you're tuning in from. All right, so we just got home. We only made it to 2 of our places. The 3rd order wasn't done yet, so let's get all this inside. Okay, we just got back from the store, and before I bring things up and put things away, I wanted to show you these shoes. I know my floor looks disgusting. I promise it's not. Yeah, it's probably as bad as it looks. It's a, old, as you can see. This is like original flooring to the house, and it's awful. But yeah, look at those cute shoes. My feet have definitely gotten bigger. I've always been an 8.5, and the past few times I've tried on an 8.5 that have been anything form-fitting, they feel super tight. So thank you, 6 kids and not being able to lose weight ever. I think I might be a 9 now. Has this happened to anyone else? Okay, so this has quickly turned into a what we bought in a week type of a grocery haul thing. I've purchased some things over the past week that either have not been put away yet. Yeah, haven't been put away yet. So I have things from Amazon. I have things from our neighbor that we get fruits and veggies from, mostly veggies. Went to a local orchard, got some apples. I even have an order in for a bulk order of apples. So the amount of stuff that we have is crazy. I feel like I'm prepping for something. Really not, just winter, I guess. There's going to be some very deep meal planning going on in our future to make sure that we use all of this stuff. And I should not need to go grocery shopping except for like milk again, at least for a month. Okay, we're going to start off here. First thing I did this morning was stop at our local apple orchard, and I got 2 bags of apples, and I talked to them about getting bulk apples for the winter. So I'm waiting on a call back from them for that. This week I purchased 3 of these boxes. If you follow me for any length of time, you know that my autistic kiddo has to have angel hair pasta. He can't do any other thickness, any other shapes. It has to be angel hair. So I said, you know what? We're going to buy in bulk. And so what I did was I actually went onto Amazon. I'll leave a link in the comments. It was cheaper to buy on Amazon and in bulk than it was to go BJ's, Hannaford, Costco, like all the places. A lot of places don't even sell angel hair in bulk. As you can see, we've already gone through 3 of these, but so I've got 3 of these boxes. I was pretty happy with the cost of those. I had to get some fabric softener sheets because we do need to have these, even though they have fragrance on them, which I know isn't the greatest for you. Kind of 6 one, half dozen the other, especially for my kid with eczema. Anything with fragrance is kind of a no-no, but at the same time, the allergist has told us making the clothes as soft as possible will also help his skin. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Then I got these, toilet paper in Essential here in a large family. Had to get some small trash bags for the kids' trash cans. And then we were almost out of these dishwasher tabs, and BJ's had a coupon, so I got those for a little bit cheaper. BJ's also always has a coupon, it seems like always at least, always has a coupon going on for cream cheese, and I have some cheesecakes that I need to make this coming week and prepping for Thanksgiving, so those were a must-have. I also got 2 things of oat milk because baby needed them. My husband needed some bags here, some mailers for cribbage boards and things in his Etsy shop. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check that out as well. So I got 5 of those so that we could get things mailed out. Got a bunch of bread because I need them. I'm trying to get back into making bread and making the gluten-free bread for the baby, but it's just been crazy, so we need to have these. We also have graham crackers for the cheesecake and for snacks. It's one of the kids' favorite snacks. Easy, quick. Eggs, just 1 thing of eggs. I noticed I got almost 2 of everything else, but eggs, just 1 because these will just be used for cheesecake. Okay. So I got bananas. This was not a good deal. I should have waited for Hannaford. They're slightly cheaper there and much more ripe. These will need a few days. We needed some coffee. If you have any suggestions for coffee, I feel like all of the small business, small batch ones that we get are kind of chocolatey, and we're not a big fan of that. We want just coffee, but I really would like some organic and some good coffee. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below, please. Basil pesto, because my husband is back on the keto kick, and basil pesto is one of his go-tos for his dinner bowls. We needed some pasta sauce. I have not yet sourced a place to get pasta sauce in bulk. So I've looked on Azure, I've looked on Thrive. Price-wise though, I'm not sure that it makes sense compared to what I can get locally. And then we've got Halloween candy, sour cream for the cheesecakes, ketchup because we're always needing ketchup, and whipping cream also for the cheesecakes. We've got some disposable gloves here. My husband needed that for the things he's making for his Etsy shop. Blueberries and strawberries also for the cheesecakes. And then we have more bags of Halloween candy because we are doing something different this year. I am done with Halloween, done with trick-or-treating for various reasons for my kids. So we are actually going to have our own little party here at home, not doing any costumes or anything like that. We are going to fill up this big piñata, do a piñata outside. We're going to do pumpkins and other games. I might do a video. If you'd like to know what we're doing for Halloween, let me know below and I'll be sure to hook you up with a video. These donuts are part of our Halloween party. It's not a Halloween party. I just don't know how to describe it otherwise right now. But we're gonna put donuts on string and hang them up on sticks, and the kids are gonna we'll time them. Does anyone else remember doing that? I was talking with my husband last night. I was like, do you remember doing that at birthday parties, having a donut eating race? So we're going to use those. I'm gonna have to make some for JJ to be able to eat. I did get some non-dairy creamer. So this is for like in the mornings when my initial cup of coffee needs a little bit of creamer, and then my second cup of coffee is keto, which oddly enough is actual dairy butter and coconut oil. So yeah, I know I'm all over the place. I'm trying to figure out what works, but before the kids are awake, I need this type of creamer because my keto coffee uses the blender, and I don't want to wake everyone up if I can avoid that. Got a bag of cilantro just to put on top as garnishes for things, and I love cilantro. Got a huge bag of mozzarella cheese. Travis will use this for his keto waffles, as well as we'll use it for pasta and pizza and all those things. And then we also have a whole bunch of carrots. This is the second bag. I got 2 bags of these from our local, I keep wanting to say CSA, but they don't have a CSA anymore. But our local gardener, our friend, purchased a bunch of stuff from him. So I've got this bag of carrots. I've got one that's already open in the fridge. I'll show you what else I got from him. Also wanted to show you, so I got this piñata for our extravaganza later this week, and I got this one specifically because it has 3 places that we can fill. This almost guarantees that it will last longer for my kids. I don't know if they're going to have friends over for our extravaganza or if it's just going to be my kids, but either way, there will be 3 opportunities for them to destroy this thing and go after a bunch of candy on the ground. And the longer they can spend destroying something, the happier they are. Okay, I am not lugging this upstairs just to show you in my kitchen because it's all coming down here. So those are the 2 other boxes of pasta. And then I also got 30 pounds of potatoes, all prepped for long-term storage from our friend. And then we also got, I want to say 10 or 20 pounds of onions. Got some hybrid squash that they grew. So this is a spaghetti squash and delicata. I'll put it up on the screen. I can't remember what exactly he said. But this is a interesting hybrid volunteer that they had this year. So we're going to give that a try because I just love any and all squash. And lastly, from our neighbor, I got a huge bag of kale. Still not quite sure what to do with that other than more zuppa toscana. So I know I've asked a lot of you guys already, but if you have any ideas, drop them in the comments. We don't do kale chips, anything like that. So it's got to be something like dinner, yummy oriented. And here's that other bag of carrots. Do have multiple pie crusts that we've prepped. That is in our future. Okay, so this is the last of our grocery haul, hopefully for the month. One box of Ritz crackers, which will last us probably 2 days. And I did have to get some bubble bath and shampoo, conditioner, body wash stuff. Love this brand, Baby Organics. I love this brand. And not a super fan of Honest because they're not super honest. But as far as bubble bath goes, this stuff is the bee's knees for the kids. Travis is back to doing keto, as I've mentioned, so things like Slim Jims are a win, and my kiddo that is allergic to anything and everything can have those. And then I did get a bunch of celery and parsley, which looks like it's seen better days, but we'll cut that and get it into some water. This is my mama snack. This has become my gift to myself, almost replacing chocolate. Honestly, if I had to get only one, I'd probably get that. Oh, I got 2 things of celery. Oh, and 2 things of sopressata. Oh, okay. Get these few things put away and get this in a glass of water and in the fridge. Okay, friends, so what we've got going on is I need to figure out something for dinner. So we're gonna do kind of a, kind of like a chicken pot pie, except it's a mixture of chicken and turkey, and it's more pantry style. So I am not going to make a gravy from scratch. I'm actually going to use a can of cream of chicken and some chicken stock, and make more of a kind of a loose gravy. Maybe I'll add some cornstarch. I haven't gotten that far yet. And we're just going to do very basic celery, carrots. I'm not even gonna do onions because I just want to get this cooking. And I can add some onion powder. My kids don't really like onions anyhow. So yeah, let me rinse these off. I am just really trying to work through the leftovers that I have. So I have some carrots that I had got out the other day for snacks, and they did not get consumed, so we are just going to use those. So I consider that a leftover. I have pie crust that I had made in bulk the other day with the plan to make chicken pot pie, turkey pot pie from scratch, and forgot them in the fridge. They sat in the fridge. I didn't get to move them to the freezer, so figured I would show you. 2 of them look just fine. I have 2 that do not look fine, and so I want to show you what to look for on your pie crust to see, is it still good, is it not still good. So this is a not good pie crust, okay? So see that there, all that white, and then see how it's turned gray down here? This is not good pie crust. Once it's gray, once it's kind of like fuzzy white, you know we're not using it anymore. Compared to this one, see how nice and yellow it still is. It's still like creamy in color. There's no like added texture to it. That is still good to go. Okay, so I've got these 2 things of celery. I'm gonna pop in there. I'm going to cut up all these carrots. My kids like carrots, so I don't feel bad about making this mostly carrots because they like them. They like them. Oops, get that out of the way. This is not going to feed my whole family. This will, like, it could portion-wise, but my littlest, for example, will not be able to eat this because of the gluten and the dairy and all that. I do have some lamb left over from the other night, so more leftovers, which I will give him. So we're gonna just slowly work on rolling this out. Okay, to flip it over. Flipping it over, moving it around as you're rolling it out will ensure that it doesn't stick to the countertop. This really should thaw a little bit longer just to keep it together as I'm rolling it out, but I also have kids getting off the bus soon, waking up from naps, so we're just going to smoosh it together. Go a little bit lighter on the roll, not press down as hard. Okay. Got that out to about 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch. I like mine a little bit on the thicker side. I feel like that's better for the bottom of the crust. So I've got my cast iron skillet, which is still a bit warm from getting cleaned. Still kind of warm from getting cleaned. So yeah, I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit before we put in this crust, because I don't want all the butter to just melt out of it. While that crust is cooling, woo, I am going to cut up some turkey, and we are going to use a lot of turkey and chicken in this pie. That's going to help it stay together. Okay. All right, well, we are just going to use our hands and get this all molded in. It will still taste the same. Going a little rustic on this one. Okay, I've got a can of cream of chicken here. I'm just going to get into a bowl. We've got some turkey stock, so this will have a good amount of flavor. I'm just gonna pour some of that in. Beautiful. lovely congealedness. Mix this up a little bit so that it's not quite as thick as it is in the can, but so it's not just a bunch of loose liquid. We're gonna pour this right over the entire thing. Okay. There we go. Now I'm gonna take this other pie crust I have. And we're going to roll this out. This was a little bit dry when I made it. To fit it on here as best we can. Again, I don't care about the rusticness. These kids are going to eat it just fine. Not bad for a leftover dinner. Give it a little few slits so that the steam can escape. All right, we're gonna pop this in the oven for about an hour. So here's a look at that delicious pie. Quick, easy, pantry ready in just an hour, really. And thanks for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate every moment we get to spend together, and I hope the Lord blesses you in your coming and going.